can't be denied, like chunky trainers are so hot right now. With a lot of brands offering their own sort of like interpretation of a chunky silhouette. So you got like Balenciaga, Fila, and even Nike doing a lot more chunky trainers now. But what I do want to do today is just talk about sort of like where they came from, why they're so popular right now, and just discuss whether the stompers are actually here to stay. When talking about chunky crepes, we've got to start off talking about like 90s fashion and how popular that's been and how much that's influenced things in recent years. So first off, we had sort of like the normcore trend in like, I think that started in like 2014-15. That's just a lot of normal, comfortable clothing, sort of like fleeces, stonewashed jeans, and like comfortable trainers as well, like New Balance and stuff. And then like sort of Young Lean I feel like he had a big influence on like fashion in the UK, more in the streetwear culture, with just his nostalgic wear dressing really. And then we got to 2016 and 17, and then Balenciaga and Vetements just killed it and completely just dominated fashion for like a few years. They again, like Denver specifically, took over at Balenciaga in one of those years, and really brought like the 90s and a bit of the 80s back as well. With sort of like Alpha Industries, bomber jackets, stonewashed jeans again, and like a lot of big graphics on t-shirts and stuff like that. Yeah, and with Balenciaga more so, they had that sort of like business meeting at 5, football game at 5:30 kind of aesthetic. It's like that business casual kind of stuff. So that was like shirts, ties, like smart coats and blazers and trousers, and then chunky trainers, specifically the Balenciaga Triple S. I think the Triple S was really what started the whole trend off. Yeah, it had to be big enough to not get completely swallowed by the massive trousers that Denver chose to like put in that runway show that I'm talking about. Also in recent years, Oswego's have gained a lot of popularity. They didn't really sell that well to start off with, from what I remember, but they've really like come on leaps and bounds. So today, I think today the chunky crepe trend is, like I said, it's still quite hot, and everywhere I go, I see people wearing like a slightly bigger shoe that they might have worn before. I walk around university, every girl, 50% of girls have a fucking pair of Fila Disruptors, and they're not too bad actually. They're not too bad. Then you've got like the Air Monarchs as well. Jesus Christ, they're like, you know, in school and you be doing PE, and then there's that one kid who gets picked last. He probably got picked last because he was wearing those, because they're that butters. Like, they honestly look like shoes for special people, but somehow they've sort of caught on. And then I think even like sort of like high fashion houses have sort of had a go at doing it as well. Outside of Balenciaga, you've got like Gucci, who did a weird looking pair, and Margiela have got a pair, and other brands as well. And I think the trends even sort of like trickle down to those who aren't even as fashion conscious. So I mentioned the disruptors, but you've got sort of like shops like Zara doing pairs, and Foot Asylum as well. I went in there the other day. I say the other day, it's probably like quite a few months ago, and I saw like a fakeish looking pair of Balenciagas in there. So it just goes to show, my watch is going off. It just goes to show how sort of widespread the trend has become. Also, you've got like Yeezys as well. Kanye doing obviously his first Adidas Yeezys were the like kind of like plimp sole-y looking kind of trainers, and then now he's got like the 700 wave runners and like the other 700s as well. So he's even going on the trend as well. And as mentioned before, I think the trend is here to stay as we've seen more interesting silhouettes in trousers. And I think people are willing to branch out a bit more. These days I see more people wearing like cargos, wide trousers, cropped trousers. So the chunky shoes sort of like complement that basically. And I think also as well, no shots at short people, but it does help those on the shorter side as well. Gives them like an extra inch of height. And talking about like growth in inches of height, just to show that the trend is like quite popular, is that I've seen a lot of shoes these days have a bit of a growth spurt. So like there's a pair of Comme des Garçons Cortez. They kind of look like clown shoes but got massive sole. The Converse 1970, they've been out for quite a while, since like 2013 or something, but those are more popular now and I see more people wearing those, and they've got like the slightly thicker sole. Yeah, I even saw a pair of Sambas the other day in like Office or Offspring or something like that. They've even got like, I've got a pair of Sambas now, but they had a slightly thicker sole. Going forward, I think it's going to be quite interesting. I'm quite interested to see how trainers go in the future. First off, I think designers and fashion houses and people are going to start playing with the proportions of shoes and like playing with the silhouette and stuff. And I think we've already seen that as well with like the cold wool Nikes, the Vomeros, with the big fucking chunky block on the back, and also as well the Martin Rose Monarchs, the Ada Era Pumas as well, also the Presto cages as well, adding a massive cage on the top, and the Sakai Nike waffle racers as well, adding that layer but it protruding out the back. I thought that's quite interesting. I think they're all sort of like stepping out the boundaries of what we normally see shoes as, and like again changing the proportions, and yeah, I think kind of we'll see that more with shoes as well. Personally, it's not for me, but everyone, each to their own. I think we might just see more people wearing sort of like wearing like heeled boots. The Margiela tabbies are becoming really popular right now. I think they look absolutely disgusting, but that might just be a thing that like carries on, especially with like 70s fashion becoming a lot more popular now, and that coming into play. I think it might work quite well with the like sort of flared trousers and that whole aesthetic. What I'm very excited about as well, I don't think it's related to chunky trainers as much, but I really find this exciting, is that I think that the relationship between technology and trainers will become a lot stronger, and like brands really, I'm thinking namely Nike to be honest, really pushing the boundaries of what can be done with a pair of shoes. So like the Nike Reacts, the Element Reacts with the translucent upper, sick idea. It lets you as like a customer, like the wearer, sort of customise your shoe really easily, and you interact with the shoe a bit differently. I think it's a really cool idea because you can just wear different coloured socks and it kind of becomes a new colourway. You've got sort of like the Vapor Maxes as well, with the bubble on the outside. Like, and I think we'll see that more with trainers, just more weird and wacky and wonderful shoes, but also just a bit more fun to wear. So yeah, those are my thoughts on everything really. Let me know just in the comments if you agreed with anything I said, disagreed with anything I said, and yeah, and if you genuinely like the video, give it a like and subscribe for more content. But I think that's it for today, so peace.